EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's gone. He sets up the screen to Jones. Finding room at the 30. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Goff. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Goff. And able to find Conley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on second down is gone. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete to open things up. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Jones. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. he's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now gone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Right back to him on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
He's going to get it running right. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Yeah, penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Hard ball. Hard ball. Hey, shell. Shell.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to float this up, looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Goff now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Super. Hey, Shell. 2 up.
Here's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And his guys have got it back back at the closing stages of the first half. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep middle. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it from a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. After the run, Goff going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
14. Set.
To throw is Goff. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 59 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
This is Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And he's got Moncrief. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
He'll get it up the middle. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. He's going to get it running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Goff on third and goal. And it's caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some plays.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They get it to him running left. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? A shotgun snap for Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 2. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's French. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Looking to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Black 20. DC. Super 1. Super 1. All right, let's go. Ground.
On 1st down, it's gone. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Spins away. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Detroit!
back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw here. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. First down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me go.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He spins free. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now they try the right side here, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll set up a throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. A give to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Again, it's Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 at 3-2.